The Cloud Solar application goes hand in hand with your Cloud Solar charge controller. It is a platform created for you to monitor and control all of your solar installations, track customer payments, and spot any issues. To get started, Inclusive Energy will send an email with a link to accept the terms and conditions and set your new login credentials. Once you have your new login credentials, you can now log in to the Cloud Solar web application. The first page you come to is the dashboard, which gives you an overview of all your solar deployments. Here we can see 58 installations, of which 54 have their load enabled. We can also see energy statistics for all the installations across your organization, such as the installed solar and battery capacity, and total energy produced and consumed. The customer page provides an overview of all your customers in one place. It is equipped with a map integration to show customer locations. It also provides a quick view of customer details, such as the ID of the installed Cloud Solar device, the status of the load output, when the last time data was received, and the customer's payment status. You can click on any customer and view their personal details, as well as their device and system details. You can also edit either of these, or delete the customer altogether. You can view your customer's system data after clicking on the View Data button. It gives you live updates of the customer's system status. The Load State widget gives you a history of the load output from the Cloud Solar charge controller. For example, the load could be automatically disabled if the battery is running low or if the customer has run out of credit. It also allows you to manually override the customer's load output from the solar charge controller. For security reasons, you'll be required to input your password to make this change. The Battery widget tells you information on the state of charge and the voltage of the battery at the time the last data packet was received. The Load Power depicts the power of the appliances currently connected to the load output, and the Solar Power shows the current power of the solar input. We can see here that this customer has a small load, such as a light, but there is no solar power because it is nighttime in India. The following graph allows you to view the state of charge, energy production, and consumption data over a selected time range, to check whether the solar system is performing as expected. You can also download all this data and more in a CSV format. If your customer is paying for their installation over time under a financing scheme, the Payments button allows you to keep track of their payment plan and the repayments they have made. You can also view a summary of your customer's payment history, add or remove credits, and download their payment data. If you want to register a new customer, you can click on the Register a New Customer button and fill in the initial registration form. The first thing you have to do is link the user to the Cloud Solar device by entering the Cloud Solar device ID, which is written on the side of the casing. You must provide either an email address or phone number for the customer and set the contact preference accordingly to get in touch with them if needed. You can also input your customer's location automatically using your phone or computer's location, or by inputting it manually. Once you have filled out the initial registration form, your customer has been partially registered, and you can come back to it later to fill in the rest of the form, or complete the full registration now. You can continue to fill in the basic information about your customer under User Details. Under Payment Plan, you can select your customer's payment plan according to your agreement with them, if they have purchased the solar system on a financing scheme. You can associate a partner organization with the installation. This might be useful if you receive funding from a particular organization, or for creating customer groups. Under System Details, you can fill in the details of the installation, such as solar panel power, battery capacity, and the appliances that have been installed. This will be useful when you're providing after-sales services to the customer. By filling in the household details, you and your team can gain a better understanding of the demographic of your customers. If you want to view or update your profile details so your team members can contact you, you can do so on the My Profile page. My Organization comprises of a number of settings and configurations that affect your Cloud Solar setup. The Profile tab allows you to view and edit your organization's profile details. You can replace the Cloud Solar logo with your own organization's logo. Keep your organization's information up to date, as this is used in communications with your customers and with Inclusive Energy. Changing the country will affect the currency used across the platform. If you would like each of your team members to have their own access to the platform, you can add them to your team with different access levels. You can fill in their details and an invitation will be sent to the email address provided. If for any reason the invitation email needs to be resent to the team member, you can do so by clicking the Resend Invite button. The Payment Plans feature allows you to design payment plans based on your project's business model or your customer's needs. These can include time-based payment plans or usage-based plans, and they are easily assigned to your customers. In the Configuration tab under Appliances, you can add available appliances that your organization sells or installs to easily keep track of which appliances each of your customers have. These will appear in the registration form when adding or editing customers. Labels allow you to create customer groups, clustering them together based on similar aspects such as battery type, location, or whatever label suits you best for that group. In order to optimize searching, you can then search for these customers by the label name, or you can filter on the customers page. And finally, the Cloud Solar REST API allows you to access your data directly in order to use with other software. This is fully documented in the Help Center. If your organization has notifications enabled, the administrator will be able to see the notifications page in the sidebar menu. This displays a list of notifications that have been sent to your customers. They will either receive an SMS or an email depending on their contact preference. Your customers will receive notifications when a payment is made, when they are running low on credits, if they have reached 50% or 100% ownership of their solar system, or when the load output has been disabled or enabled because they run out of credit or manually from the data page. The Cloud Solar platform enables solar providers to offer solar as a service, reducing financial barriers to electricity access for end users. There will be plenty more features and updates coming soon.